Okay, so I'm laying in bed, guys, early this morning. So again, I don't know, around like 3, 4, something in the morning. Um, it's May 22nd, 2024. And I feel God urging me to do a certain type of video. So I feel like it's going to be added to this channel. And I think I'm going to like the title's going to be for every video that I upload when I get the urge to do it, maybe daily, okay, on this. And so it's going to be like day 1, day 2, day 3, same title, but day 1, day 2, day 3. And I was getting the urge to count blessings, okay? So he brought up um, something I'm about to tell you and kind of like share my testimonies or stories, okay? um that this is hard times and everything's going through and things and everyone's losing things and um we're all suffering with each other, but to keep your eyes on Jesus and keep your eyes on God and what he brought you out of and be a testimony and a encouragement to someone else. So it's kind of like a count your blessings, okay? But I heard, like, I felt and heard the words, but God, kind of like what the devil meant for destruction, or, those who put their faith in God, but God had me, but God turned it around, but God used it to his glory. Okay. So I know the title is going to be a Count Your Blessing Day 1. Okay. And then the thumbnail is going to be But God with a picture in the background. Okay. So this is the first one. This is day 1. And I wasn't going to do it today. He just reminded me I was asking you to do this. And I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because there was a lot last night. And so it is now 11:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's May 22nd, 2023, or 2024. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what he brought to forefront for me was kind of my birth story. I know it's weird, but you're about to get that story. Okay. He just wants me to tell you. So I was born in Texas. Okay. And I'm the last child of my mom. Um, I have 2 sisters and a brother, and they're all way older than me, like by 10 and 15 years or something like that. Okay. And I love them. We're close. I love them. I love them. Okay. And either way, when my mom was pregnant with me, from what I remember, she went into labor at like 5 months pregnant, 4.5, 5 months pregnant. Really weird. 5 months pregnant. Okay. And I was born in 1975. So back then, um, you just didn't have a success rate of premature births. They just didn't handle, like, it didn't happen really. Okay. We didn't have everything they have now, obviously. Okay. So my mom went into labor and went into I think it was like a military hospital there. I think it was like a military hospital, like Robert eat green or something. I don't know. Okay, so when she went in, it was such a emergency that the man that delivered me through C-section um, was the head of the hospital. And he was still like overseeing and making sure things were going right and surgeries were going right. And he just ran the hospital. And um, he heard the story or something going on with my mother. Not that they knew each other, just I guess, God led him. I mean, God's always working behind the scenes where we don't see him. He's always working. He never sleeps, right? And this man was retired. So he wasn't like a surgeon anymore. He wasn't doing anything anymore. He wasn't an active doctor like that. He was just overseeing and still in the hospital, like running it. He was the head of the hospital. And he came out of retirement to deliver me for my mom. So there's one miracle, firsthand God, right? Um, so not only was I born very young in a time that was not prepared, the devil tried to take me out. God made a way, had the door open, and had everything ready, right? Then, when I was born, I was 3 pounds and I fit in the size of their hands, like one hand. And so I was in an incubator for a little while, not very long, for a little while. And the story of it was that while I was in that incubator, the nurses and the doctors would come look at me and laugh because there was a bar. There was some type of, I was real little. Like I said, I was 3 pounds and fit in the size of a hand, but there was a bar that ran across the top of the incubator. And I would stretch up my arms and grab it with my little hands. And I would do pull-ups on that bar, like chin-ups, like pull-ups. And they thought it was amazing. And they would laugh about it. And they were like, yeah, she's thriving. Yeah. So even that time I got sent home very early. But God blessed me and he took care of me and he strengthened me and gave me strength in the time of need. And I showed his glory through a little baby that was 3 pounds doing pull-ups or chin-ups to a little bar in an incubator every day. Every day, that's what I would do. He had made a way, even though things seem like they didn't go the way you thought they were, and everything's lost. It's not. God never sleeps. God makes ways and doors, and He knows. He knows. But that is my first count my blessings. And but God. The devil tried to take me out, but God. What's yours? Put a count your blessing in the comment so that other people that come and see this can read them and get encouragement through the body of Christ and those coming to Jesus to know him and see what miracles he does all day long, every day, so that people can see God moves. Our God is alive. We serve a living God that talks daily and works all day long. He moves.